probably have the wrong target. This is a takeaway I had from a session on HTML5 gaming at the Game Development Conference. Now, this is a weird take, but let's talk it through. First, let's talk about what your wrong target might be. For example, if you're a developer, you might be targeting working at Microsoft or Google. It's probably the wrong target. If you're building a game, you might be targeting the next Fortnite. It's probably the wrong target. If you're building a web app, you might be targeting the next Amazon. It's probably the wrong target. You see, there is so many more opportunities besides your goal that if you got those opportunities, you'd consider a miss. Whereas if you set your target properly, where you say, I want to build a game that someone will buy. I want to build a web app that will just pay me a few $100s a month. Where I want to be able to just be a developer in the industry. If you set those targets, well, now you have a lot of opportunities to hit that target. For example, there may be 500 jobs open in, the big FANG or whatever the new acronym is for, those companies. Well, but there might be 50,000 job opportunities for software developers. You see, you have a much bigger pool, and so you'll be able to be successful in that more likely than trying to hit that little small percentage. Now, how did this come out of the session? Well, this session was about HTML5 gaming. And you may say, wait, HTML5 gaming? That seems like a very, very small field. And yes, in some ways it is, but it's 10% of the overall market share, actually 9% of the overall market share of overall gaming as far as income goes. So you see, you can target a much smaller platform. For example, you can actually build games or applications for Zoom. Well, that's a very tiny little niche thing. But you know what? You could succeed in that. And sure, you might not be the next Fortnite or the next Call of Duty or the next, Microsoft Excel. But what you can be is successful in that. So don't always look at that top 0.1% and put that in your sights. Try and look at other areas where maybe they're being underserved compared to the other ones. You can have much more success by setting your target properly and then being pleasantly surprised if you go beyond that rather than being disappointed that you didn't get the 0.1 or 0.001% opportunity.